5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Okay, no, you're lying over that one. So our talk that we had scheduled, unfortunately, cannot happen for a handful of reasons, some of which involve the lawyers. In lieu of that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some lightning talks. Anyone that has something to say of merit, or hopefully of merit, or at least if you think it's of merit, I'll ask that you line up over here, and you're given 5 minutes to say what it is that you have to say. So if you've got something productive to add, please go ahead and start queuing up over here. We've already got a couple of people lined up. And actually, to kick this off, we're actually going to have Johnny come up here and initiate the 5-minute session with, I think he's got a little bit of something to say on his own. So.
I've got a lot to say, I just can't say it all.
So in lieu of the talk that Johnny was supposed to give, Johnny's going to give you 5 minutes of his bile and ranting instead of that. So Johnny Cash, everyone.
All right, so I'll try not to yell into the mic. You can imagine I'm pretty pissed. So basically, instead of giving my talk, I'm going to try to give you guys the reason why I'm not giving my talk. Not nearly as cool. So I'm going to read my little thing that doesn't get me screwed and hope to walk out of here without any people stopping me. So most of you know that we were supposed to be talking about exactly what happened with us regarding Apple and the Black Hat talk we gave. And most of you probably also saw that SecureWorks told a few reporters that they were not going to let Dave give this talk. I cannot give this about Dave. A lot of people think that Dave just flaked out and missed his flight or something, which I can forgive them for thinking. He has flaked out and missed talks, but he usually makes them. That's not what happened this time. Dave very much wanted to be here. The fact that SecureWorks/Apple managed to compel him not to means that they had something very compelling to stop him. I'm not supposed to talk about what that is. Mac bloggers everywhere will view this as some sort of victory. There are already people writing that SecureWorks stopped Dave because we were going to say that it was all fake. Right. We reserved an entire speaking slot to tell people that we were just, screwing with them. And people believe these people. It's insane. So let's recap this a little bit. We gave a talk saying that device drivers had lots of bugs. We demo one bug in Apple. A few days later, when Apple starts flaking on a patch, we tell them we are going to give a live demo of it at Toorcon, so it would be a good idea to get it patched before that. Apple says that it doesn't exist, and publicly Apple says it doesn't exist, and we didn't talk to them about it. A few weeks later, 1 week before Toorcon, they patch it and say we had nothing to do with it. 1 day before the talk, SecureWorks and Apple get together and manage to stop Dave from coming. They also issue the following cutesy press release. SecureWorks and Apple are working together in conjunction with the CERT Coordination Center on any reported security issues. We will not make any additional public statements regarding work underway until both companies agree, along with CERT, appropriate. That's funny. I thought there was no bug, and I thought SecureWorks provided no useful information to Apple. Here's Lynn Fox on the record with George. Did SecureWorks ever disclose packet captures as a malicious payload to trigger said vulnerabilities? Lynn Fox. No. Packet captures were promised repeatedly, but never delivered. Did SecureWorks ever provide driver disassemblies pertaining to said Wi-Fi vulnerabilities? Lynn Fox. No. While SecureWorks did provide a driver disassembly, it did not indicate a Wi-Fi vulnerability in any Apple product. Did SecureWorks ever provide crash dumps pertaining to said Wi-Fi vulnerabilities? No. While we received crash dumps from SecureWorks, they didn't have anything to do with Mac OS X or any other Apple products. Did SecureWorks ever point to the location of the vulnerable code of said Wi-Fi vulnerability? No. Do any of the current patches released by Apple match any of the characteristics of the information provided by SecureWorks? No. So Lynn Fox has essentially said that we didn't tell them anything, we gave them no packet captures, and we gave them crash dumps that don't relate to Apple. If we had given them nothing except crash dumps from like a Windows box, do you think they would have audited the hell out of their wireless drivers? Like, does that make it, like, they would just say, piss off, quit giving us Windows crash dumps and get out of here, not audit the hell out of their shit. So anyway, if SecureWorks provided them with virtually nothing useful, then what the hell could they have to coordinate with CERT? And why did they wait till one day before Toorcon to decide this? People have called me and Dave a lot of things. First, we were totally frauds that faked everything. After our patch was out, we were mostly upgraded from total frauds to unprofessional. Let's talk about unprofessional. Apple and SecureWorks had 2 months to stop Dave and I from giving this talk. Why wait till the day before? Neither Dave or I found out about this till yesterday morning. How is that for professional? And that's all I got.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and step up. Okay.
All right. Hi, I'm Strom Carlson. So you guys have a choice. You want the short version of the Hacking Kinko's talk, or do you want the version of the Hacking the Cryptographic Community for Fun talk? Okay, how many for Kinko's? Okay, how many for cryptographic community hacking? Okay. 3. 3. 3. Oh, someone gave me a Kinko's card. Yeah. Well, okay, I guess I'll do the short version of both. So, quick rundown of those for those of you who didn't see the cryptographic community talk. Basically, there was something a bunch of friends and I did over the summer called Project Evil. How many of you saw the VoIP number stations on Slashdot? Yeah, like the guy who won my contest on some guy in the back. Anyway, what we did was we made a whole bunch of number stations, and what number stations are, for those of you who don't know, are shortwave radio stations that you tune into, and they're just like sequences of random numbers being read back by recordings. So everyone assumes that they're encrypted messages for spies out in the field. And so what we did was we decided, let's do VoIP number stations, and we proved that you can do number stations cheaply and inexpensively over the phone and get people to relay your message for you, so you obscure the transmission vector. And so we encrypted all sorts of, silly things like hi to you, 3-letter agencies, lol, and fun things like that. And so what's cool about it is, the way we got the voices for the number stations, we just had a recording that sounded like, 1, 2, 7, 9, 3. 1, 2, 7, 9, 3. And the way we got those recordings was I called up random people off Craigslist who were advertising in the erotic services category. And as soon as they answer, you just say 3, 3, 3, and then they'll go 3 what? Or 4? Or 5 who? And so you take the recordings of them responding to you and just patch them all together, and you kind of get the audio equivalent of, those ransom notes where all the letters are taken out of different magazines. So we did that, and so no one could identify the voices, because I had no clue who they were, and no one knew where the hell the numbers were coming from. And so this made Slashdot, this made Off the Hook. Off the Hook, in fact, ripped us off and used our number station recordings for Hope. So, and no one knew who the hell it was until we gave our talk at DEF CON and said, yeah, it was us. So, and the whole cryptographic community was up in arms trying to figure out what the hell this was. So that's the short version of that one. Short version of talk number 2. How many of you have one of these in your wallet? It's a Kinko's card. You? Okay, and no one else has been to Kinko's recently? You? Okay. So anyway, these are really hackable. These cards, in a nutshell, are a 256-byte memory chip with a 3-byte security code protecting the memory. And all you need to do in order to figure out that code is get yourself a logic analyzer, solder some wires to the chip, and plug that into your logic analyzer, take the whole affair to Kinko's, start reading on your logic analyzer, stick this thing into the machine, and finish your data capture, go home, start analyzing it bit by bit. You look at the data sheet for this card, and you see there's a specific sequence of commands that need to be issued to the card. So you look for that sequence of commands in your data dump, and right there in clear text is the security code to alter data on these chips. So you get that security code, and all of a sudden you take your card that has $1 or 2 cents on it or whatever, and you can just change, say, $100, whatever. And so the proof of concept for this was I altered a card, and I went to the kiosk and I stuck it and I took a photo, and the photo says, your balance is $313.37. And so I discovered this in February and notified Kinko's, and they never heard anything back from them. We went public with it like a month later. And now it's almost October and they still haven't patched it at all. So, still the same problem. And so, yeah, I'm not going to tell you. So in conclusion, dead hookers.
We've already had a couple of people express that they wanted to talk on something. So again, if you have something you want to say for about 5 minutes, please queue up over here. When you come up to the mic, introduce yourself by your handle, your name, or whatever it is you want to go by. And you've got 5 minutes. Come on up.
Greetings. Can I use the LCD projector by any chance? It'd be very cool. Oh, excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 2 stenography tools that I'd like to show if I can. Oh, I just got it. Okay. Okay, one's text stenography that I wrote in the last 48 hours, and the other is picture stenography. Ah, excellent. I cannot see it here. So, okay. Ah, okay. So the idea for stenography of images is that flip random bits, the least significant bits of an image, and it doesn't really change that much, and someone looking at it wouldn't know the difference between a digital camera image or a stegged digital camera image, because digital cameras flip bits randomly. Okay, so that's what my program does, and I use cryptography, of course. See if it works. I haven't tested on this machine. Source/rubber spoon. Hooray! Okay, so I got a GUI interface here, just for no reason at all. GTK, and so you click load image, you grab your file, which is IM